Hey guys, Brian from WorkshopAddict.com, and today we're going to take a look at Metabo HPT's 36V Brushless WetDry Vac, model number RP3608DAQ4. Now this tool runs on 36 volts, so it will run on 1 or 2 batteries in the back. You can also use Metabo HPT's transformer, plug in here and use it as cordless. Now with that said, I'm going to show you the 4 battery charger that I think you should look at when buying this tool. Excuse my mess here, but this 4 battery charger is exactly what has allowed me to do a lot of testing and frankly use this vacuum to its max over the last couple weeks. It does have a multi-mode, so it will charge all the batteries at once. And I'll tell you one thing I'm missing is having a lot of plugs in my toolbox. I have this jackaled just an extension cord with a bunch of plugs and USB ports here that's helping me out. We have some more toolbox stuff coming and changing, so I'm kind of leaving this the way it is. But this is a must if you're going to use a lot of the Metabo HPT stuff, so check that out. That 4-place charger really helps out a lot when you have a lot of batteries for your Metabo HPT tools. But just saying that this tool alone can take 2 batteries and will drain them fairly fast. So having that around with this vacuum really has helped out. We're going to get into run times that you would expect on these batteries in a little bit. First, this is a 2.1 gallon wet dry vac. Now it's 2.1 gallons dry, 1.6 wet. So that's something to take notice of. It does have a nylon filter on the inside that looks a little bit different than what we might normally be used to. It works well and it is washable. You would keep that filter in if you use this in a wet situation, so everything stays clean for that motor and it doesn't suck up any dirt. This is a brushless motor and the front is very simple to use. You have a very large switch to turn this guy on and off. You have a battery button that tells you how much charge is in 1 or 2 batteries that's in here. And when you turn this on, you're going to always turn on in the medium mode, which is 85 CFM. You can push the power button and it will jump up to level 3, which is 124 CFM. If you push it one more time, it will go down to low, which is 57 CFM. And again, push it again, goes in the middle, and it just works its way up, back down, and up and down in a circle. Very, very nice. As far as storage on the unit, this has your extension wand to stand up, so it just unscrews, tightens up, pulls out. Very nice, simple. If you're gonna store it, they recommend that you put your floor nozzle on it, put it in the bottom. This guy fits nice up top. I would keep this dude attached to roll it around, and everything is stored very nicely. Now, if you buy the 2XC model, there are 3 pins in the back. These pins hold a tool tray, which holds 2 batteries, and then will hold 2 accessories. That would be nice just to have the accessory holder. I don't know that I would need to store 2 more batteries on here, but in some cases you might. So testing our runtime, we wanted to make sure that we were using it on level high because we think a lot of people will really want that extra suction in these harder jobs and want to know how long it's going to last at a minimum. 1 battery in here fully charged with the 21700 battery cells in it lasted 10 minutes 35 seconds. That's not too bad, but when we pulled the battery out, it's a little bit warm. So we took it over, got the thermal imaging camera out, and the battery was about 125 degrees. Not too bad for what it's doing, but you can tell there is a significant amount of draw on that battery. And this unit does pull from 1 battery at a time. And then once the first battery is drained, it moves over to battery number 2 and draws from that. Easy to use, so you don't lose any suction if you're using 1 or 2 batteries. You can obviously just double that runtime if you have 2 batteries in here, which a little bit over 20 minutes for 2 batteries is pretty good, considering you can also plug this into the wall if you wanted a longer runtime. I think that's a huge benefit for this machine. Now, here you have a different style of filter or dust cleaning. A lot of the vacuums that we see now have an automatic dust filter cleaning system where they'll vibrate the filter. This unit, you have a dust button, they call it, up top. So you push this and it stops the flow, and you just push it a few times. It will kind of shake that filter, drop the dust. What you'll notice is if you're doing a lot of fine dust, like with a miter saw, and you're just trying to get some of that woodworking stuff done, it will plug that filter up a little bit. If you push this button a couple times, it will clear the filter, but eventually the suction will start to reduce, and at that time you have to clean this out. 2.1 gallons sounds like a lot. It's simply not when it comes to the amount of stuff you might get while you're using this as some sort of dust extraction tool. So make sure to keep that clean in the bottom. So some of the things I really like about this vacuum is the fact that you have a handle on the top to carry it around. You have casters on the bottom. The back two are fixed, so they're forward and back. They won't slide back and forth. It would have been nice to have 4 swivel casters on here, but you can lock down the back wheels so this will stay stationary. That is nice, and it gives you a few options and different uses. The hose on the front is a quick detach and quick attach, and it is a very flexible hose. This rocks. While it could be a foot or two longer if you're using it to clean floors, it still is very flexible and allows you to get in different areas without it kinking and or bending or shrinking in its size, so you have an oval instead of a round area. I like that. Getting inside of this vacuum to take out the dust is easy. It's nice to pull the top off and have the top be completely clean. You can carry the bottom outside, take care of the filter and everything else inside. There's no mess there, and that's a huge bonus. The fact that you can store everything on the unit fairly, this is nice to have on here. It's not going to be something that you're probably going to drive down the road with. I would imagine you put this in the back of the truck, you're going to take this off, set it next to it, get to the job site, put that on. It's as good as it gets without having the toolbox, and I'm not sure that I would want the larger toolbox attached to the back because I don't need the 2 battery holders. I just want the holder to hold the tools and the tubes that come with it. Beyond that, it's a fairly standard vacuum, but what it does allow you to do is have 3 different levels of suction. I like that because you can extend your battery runtime by just keeping it on the 85 CFM or medium level if that works for you. But if you want some extra suction, you can turn it up, get the full 124 CFM, and it works great. In fact, this is probably one of the most powerful that we've had around. It's right up there with them. It's larger, it's quiet, and that's huge when you have a smaller vacuum inside. A lot of the corded smaller vacuums are really, really loud. This is not, even when it's plugged into a cord. You have no change in power really from the time you turn it on to the time you turn it off using 1 battery, 2 batteries, or the AC adapter. Now, when you attach this unit to any of the tools, Metabo HPT sells a adapter that would go over this end, which is different because most of our vacuums that we think about has something that goes over this end, and that's not the case. With this one, it goes inside, which takes a little bit for me to get used to, and also if I was to use this on a car, I feel like it's a little bit larger than I would like or am used to, so I find myself using the crevice nozzle quite a bit. What I did to hook it up to a tool was simply pop it off this base, which is not overly easy. It works if you have a screwdriver to pop it off. Then you can just put it in any of their tools without the adapter and run it. Just be careful because this rubber piece back here doesn't stay in place. And again, it's not meant to be used that way, but it works really well and you will not have to buy the adapter. Very cool vacuum, very strong vacuum. It's not the most affordable vacuum, but for someone who's in this battery line, who has a couple of the batteries that are extra and or the corded accessory, I think that's great. Watch for a lot of their promotions. They have the free transformer, or they'll give you a free battery or a free battery and charger starting pack. There's a lot of that stuff out there. This brand, I think, is looking out for the consumer, coming out saying, hey, we'll give you the corded option, we'll give you the battery option, and we'll build some good tools for you. They're priced a little bit higher than some of the other ones are on the market, but I also think that you have something here that's going to work long term. Even if the batteries were not built anymore, you still have the transformer or corded option, and that means a lot. And when you're buying something and putting that much money into it, it's nice to say, you know, 10 years down the road, this will still be around. So we appreciate your time watching this video. If you would, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below. We always like to hear what's happening and what you feel about these tools, like it or not. Again, thanks for your time. Have a great day.